Welcome to the new episode of Mom and Dad Cuss a Little. I'm Rihanna.
And I'm Adam.
And this is a show where we discuss our views on marriage and parenting. We've been married for almost 9 years. We have 4 little boys, all under the ages of 8. It's our oldest, so I guess, yeah. And the, selling factor here is that we don't sugarcoat anything. This is not your rainbows and unicorns and fairy tale parenting show. We're going to tell it like it is.
That is right. No rainbows no rainbows and unicorns here.
No, but I do like glitter.
Yes. Unfortunately, you like a lot of glitter.
Well, being the only female in the house, I feel like I have to make up for it.
They're technically one of the cats is a girl. Well,
Cat's
okay, not technically. She is a girl. She's not technically a girl,
She's not a trans cat.
We don't have a trans cat. That would just be that'd be a little too weird.
A little.
But that's okay.
It's been a while, as usual.
And as usual, somebody's sick.
Of course, it's usually you. So I'm going to apologize in advance because I can see on the computer screen that my volume is like insane. But we're trying a new technique tonight and we're recording in the bedroom and I'm on the bed. And apparently I have...
Wow.
Oh, you stop that. And apparently I have like the better headphones, even though I think they're like the shittier headphones. So... we're going to have some audio technical difficulties, y'all, because...
No, you just have volume control problems.
I really don't, though.
And the fact that you're holding the mic instead of having the mic stand and all that. So
yeah, well, I mean, I'm laying on the bed, so there's that.
I'm at my desk over here being Mr. Producer Man, because...
because that's your job.
Yep.
I'm just the talent.
Yep.
And I'm laying on the bed. That makes it super weird. Welcome to the show, y'all.
Welcome to Hollywood, where the talent lays on the bed and the producer...
gets sued. Yay!
You would not get anything out of me.
This is true. We're quite broke.
We're quite broke and we share a bank account. What are you going to sue me for?
This is true. Oh, but we are broke because it's the holidays.
And I've been out of work for 2 weeks.
Yes, you have. Let's go into that, shall we? Because that's kind of the big thing.
Yeah.
So, when did you get sick? Like, originally?
I started getting sick, I think, at the beginning of November.
Okay. And
I was sick at the last episode. And for that matter, I think I was sick the episode before that.
Yeah. And that was, like, symptomatically, like, flu-like symptoms. You had cough, fever, runny nose, body aches.
Yeah, general type of flu. Yeah.
Flu-like symptoms.
Everybody gets that.
Yeah. And, I mean, we all had it.
Yeah. I think everybody was sick about that time, yeah.
Yeah. So, then, we all burned through it, except you didn't.
Yeah, because I'm used to, I kind of stay sick for a little bit longer than everybody else. So it's just kind of, I dealt with it. I tend to, like, my coughs tend to keep going. I'll be a little bit snifflier or congested for a little bit longer. I'm used to that.
Yeah.
So we didn't think anything of it.
Mm-hmm.
And
then it just kind of kept going. It, like, evolved from there. You woke up with a sinus infection that, flared up your bronchitis. And you were still coughing and sick and just feeling like shit.
Yeah.
And then one day you were just completely...
And that was about 2 weeks. And I thought the sinus infection had cleared up. And then I was like, okay, finally I'm through this thing. And I've had enough sinus infections that I usually can just just kind of fight through it and, take your, NyQuil or Theraflu or whatever and just kind of slog through it and it'll clear up on its own.
Right.
I thought it cleared up on its own, and then it flared back up, and I thought, more bronchitis or whatever. I thought it was, something else had spread or something, into my lungs or something, because the cough was getting worse.
You told me that you felt like you had, an air pocket, on your side near your lungs, and I was like, oh, shit, this is probably fucking pneumonia.
Yeah, I'd cough, and it'd be like a pain in my side.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, no, we can't have that. So I made you call out of work and go to urgent care.
Yeah.
And turns out, no, it wasn't pneumonia. And no, it wasn't bronchitis.
I had a cracked rib.
Fucking great.
Yeah.
You coughed so much for so long, and our boys are so rowdy that the combination cracked a rib.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah. So basically, if you haven't had like and I guess it's kind of a stress fracture.
Yeah.
And if you haven't had like a minor crack,
blunt force trauma.
Yeah. If you haven't had like a fractured, minor cracked rib like that, there's not much you can do for that.
Well, I mean, even for a broken rib, unless it's a severe break that is like outside of your body or puncturing a lung, there is nothing they can do for it.
Yeah. Basically, everything we looked up and everything the doctors basically said was, put some ice on it. Try and,
rest.
Lay down, rest. It'll take 6 weeks to 2 months to heal.
Yeah, it'll take however long it takes, kind of thing.
Yeah, take something.
Manage your pain.
Yeah, manage your pain. And they gave me codeine cough syrup. They were like, we're going to treat the cough.
So no, the first thing that you took for the cough was the prednisone.
Well, yeah, they gave me...
when you were diagnosed with the sinus infection.
Yeah. With the sinus infection, they gave me prednisone and some antibiotics for the sinus infection to clear that up. Prednisone didn't do shit for the sinus infection.
Work.
Yeah. The antibiotics cleared up the sinus infection, which was great. But
you were still coughing.
I was still coughing, and the cough was actually getting worse.
Yeah.
And that's what ended up cracking my rib.
Mm-hmm. Which is when they gave you...
And then I go into urgent care, and they find that, you've got a cracked rib. So they give me the codeine cough syrup, which makes you loopy as shit.
Yeah.
And they were given... And my dosage was like baby dose, too.
Yeah, you were taking like a teaspoon.
Yeah, it was like a teaspoon. Was it once a day?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like a teaspoon once a day, maybe twice a day. I don't remember.
No, I think it was... Well,
it was supposed to... Yeah, it was supposed to be every 4 hours.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I couldn't take that every 4 hours because it makes you really loopy. It makes you really, sleepy and super groggy. And I've still got the boys during the day.
Yeah, and you're in charge of home during the day. Yeah. And that includes the littles, who are 2 and 4 and can't very well manage themselves without, destroying the world.
And I have to pick up the older boys from school in the afternoon. And at this point, pretty much as soon as we got the cracked rib diagnosis, I was out of work.
Yeah.
It was like, I can't work. It's like, 1, I've got a cracked rib. I can't work on that. I'm going to make it worse. 2, I'm on medication that makes me sleepy.
Yep.
So... I can't
operate heavy machinery or drive.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, it was genuinely a concern of, is it safe for me to drive to work? Let alone the danger of possibly further injuring myself at work, or the fact that I'm driving around in the middle of the night, theoretically in order to control this cough on medication that can make me very sleepy.
Exactly.
Or then just and if I'm if I'm working, there's somebody else there, conversation, stay awake. When I'm driving home at 3 a.m, all by my lonesome on sleepy medication.
Yeah.
That was a genuine danger.
Pretty much bad news bears.
Yeah.
Not, let alone the fact that you have a cracked rib and your machinery at work is 80 pounds that y'all are lifting.
Yeah. In and out of the van.
In and out of a van and carrying, heavy ass buckets and shit. So.
Yeah. It's, there's a lot of heavy
nothing
lifting. Nothing
conducive to having fractured ribs. So last Tuesday.
Yeah, so that's and there's a week of, okay, I'm taking this cough syrup, which wasn't doing shit. It really wasn't. It didn't do anything but make me sleepy.
It helped you at night.
Yeah.
That was the best that we could say about it.
I'd say, and I've always kind of been my gag with that medication has been, its means of keeping you from coughing is it makes you fall asleep and you don't cough in your sleep. Pretty much. Knocks you out and so you can't cough. And then 4 hours later when it wears off,
you wake up.
You wake up coughing. And I had that problem at night.
Yeah.
And I was, I was in a considerable amount of pain overnights.
Yeah.
And I was waking up. It was whoop, meds wore off. And I don't remember if I've mentioned on here before my issues with Tylenol, but I've got a relatively high tolerance for pain.
And pain medication.
And I have a really high tolerance for pain medication. And for me, Tylenol is a very limited use. And
well, you had like issues in your past with your teeth.
Yeah.
That, you know, you took Tylenol pretty much consistently throughout the day, every single day.
Yeah.
Over the recommended dosage. Yeah. And so you kind of just built up an immunity to it, really.
I've got a really high tolerance, especially with Tylenol and ibuprofen.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of Tylenol for me to feel an effect. And you know, when it says 4 hours, for me, when that 4 hours is a switch, that Tylenol goes from, okay, I'm working, okay, to, oh, I'm up, bye.
Yeah.
And I go from, all right, I'm tolerant to, I'm in pain. Right now, I'm in pain, and I don't have the time to wait for the next dose to kick in. I'm in pain right now.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I was like during that period as I was taking Tylenol.
Yep.
Excuse me.
Well, and then, so fast forward a little bit, last Tuesday hits, and you're basically in that same amount of pain that you originally were when I made you call out and go to urgent care. And so I was like, well, shit, this time it probably is pneumonia. So
it's like I was still in pain. My cough hadn't really resolved.
So I made you go see my primary care doctor, who I love. I think he's amazing.
Yeah. Like, figure, let's go to an actual doctor, to like an actual doctor's office, get more of a thorough understanding of what's my situation.
Yeah, and you needed to do a follow-up from the urgent care visit anyway, so I was like, let's just, you know, 2 birds, 1 stone. You go there. Here's, you know, your packet of everything that you could possibly need, because I'm super over-organized like that.
It's like I showed up with a packet of all of my previous... And, I mean, by this point, I've been sick for the better part of a month.
Just about, yeah.
You know, I've gone through 2 cough treatments. I've gone through antibiotics. I've gone through just so much. You know.
And so he sees you and determines that, you know, you have the fractured rib. Oh, but now you've also fractured the one on the other side.
Yeah. By that day, I had then, because the codeine cough syrup hadn't done anything for me, the cough had gone and cracked a rib on my right side.
Yep.
And I was in a whole lot of pain. And
so still out of work. And my company is amazing and offers a critical caregiving leave. So we actually get a week every year where we can take, 5 days off to take care of a family member who has whatever ailment that they need, that constant care.
They need some, if there's somebody that needs you to be there to take care of them.
Yeah. So whether you had like a surgery or you're on hospice, whatever it is, or even this.
I've got 2 cracked ribs, and my day to day was and that was probably one of the biggest parts of why I couldn't heal, was because I still had my day to day responsibilities. Like I still had handle the little boys and all of their morning routines and wrangling, diaper changes with Sam and
dishes,
just
household
laundry,
stuff.
just household stuff, picking up the older boys from school, which was really painful for me. Yeah. With that, that week, that first cracked rib week while you were still working. Yeah. It was like sitting in the car, in the car line every afternoon was agony. Yeah. I was, it was painful for my ribs. It was causing, it was making me cough more, which was hurting my ribs more, which, with everything else going on, ultimately led to that other cracked rib.
Exactly. So, doctor signed off on me taking the week off. So I've been off this past week, which has been lovely. Because we're busy at work and I don't like working. Like, if I could just get paid to not do anything, that would be ideal. And, 90% of my job is arts and crafts. So.
Yeah, because you work in a call center. That's what people do in call centers. They just do arts and crafts. I've cleaned enough call center offices to know that's what they do all the time.
That's pretty much what we do all the time. But so it's been nice to kind of be off. Yeah. But
it's been, in that respect, it's been nice for me having you home, because suddenly I'm not having to get up and first thing in the morning be wrangling boys, because you've been able to do it. Yeah. You've been able to,
Well, and as you've gotten better, we've kind of shifted you back into your role. Yeah. and like weaned you back into.
I remember the boy, like especially like Sam, was very confused that very first day.
Yeah.
When he gets up and he's doing his morning thing, and he's used to come over and bug Dad to get him changed and get him dressed and do breakfast, and it's like, no, Mommy's doing it. It's like, no, Daddy. Like, no, Mommy's gonna take care of you.
Yeah.
It was very confusing, and they were all the boys were confused that you were home.
And Charlie and Damien, when I went to pick them up from school, like they didn't get in the car, and I like looked at his teacher like, what the heck are they doing? They're just standing there, like, what's going on?
They don't recognize the car because they're used to the van.
She was like, are you gonna get in the car with your mom? And they were like, oh, it's Mom. And then they came over and got
They're
in.
so used to anytime I've picked them up in the car too, they get confused because they're so used to my van.
Yeah, and I was like, you guys gotta remember that I'm gonna be home for the week, so look for the car. You know, if you don't see the van, when they call your name, look for the car. They're like, oh, okay. Like, dorks. Cause yeah, they were just standing there. I was like, hello. We gotta go. Line's moving, y'all. Get in. But, I mean, it's been good. I think it's been okay. We did run into another, like, snag. No pun intended. You had an idea to use.
Well, I was gonna back up to, like, all the medications that I got put on now.
Well, so for those of you playing the home game, it was 3 cough medicines.
Yeah, we're now on the 3rd cough treatment.
Yeah.
They, when I went to go see your doctor and that follow-up visit with cracked rib number 2, he was kind of upset that when I went into urgent care that all they gave me was cough syrup, basically.
They didn't give you anything for pain or for infection or... Yeah,
and so he was like, okay, so I'm going to give you these tessalon perles, which I've had before, which anybody who's ever used them for a cough, it's wonderful. It's probably the only thing that I've ever taken that has really helped I still have a cough, you may have noticed, but...
They look like fish eggs.
They kind of do. They kind of look like gold caviar or something like that. They're tiny little things. They taste god-awful, and you absolutely have to take them with some sort of liquid. If you're one of those people who thinks you can take pills dry, do not ever take these dry. They will get stuck in your throat. They are just painful.
You will die.
You will die.
No kidding.
But, they help. But he also put me on symbicort, which is an asthma medication to help kind of with my breathing and everything to help with the general, like, chest cough problems.
Yeah.
So I've got basically all these sort of internal things trying to help my cough. And then I'm taking Aleve 3 times a day for pain, which it's not nearly as bad as it was before. What sucked was that first day, because he told me, they actually gave me a pain shot in the office, which was really funny because I've never gotten a pain shot. And if you've ever had a pain shot,
they're painful. They're filled with pain. Literally.
It was not pain. The shot wasn't painful, minus the little bruise later. Because I would say, I got a pain shot in the butt.
You don't have much of a butt.
Yeah. But I've never, you see that in movies and stuff. I've never actually had one of those sort of shots before.
My dad gets them all the time, so it's not a new thing for me.
Yeah, for me, this was like, what? That's okay. I've never had to, pull down my pants in a doctor's office to get a shot. It's always been roll up your sleeve. And so, but, that wasn't really so much of a pain, except later the spot was kind of bruised, and right where my wallet sits in my pocket was just like, man, this is annoying. I was like, it's like my little bruised blow dart spot in my butt hurt for a couple of days. But the issue was and it helped my pain that day. But again, I have a high pain med tolerance and burn through stuff. And I think that stuff was supposed to last longer. It wore off pretty much by the end of the night.
Yeah.
And he had told me, hey, I want you to lay off the Aleve for 24, 48 hours to kind of see what my pain level was and see what the meds were doing.
Yeah. If the tessalon and the symbicort was actually helping. Yeah,
if it was helping the cough and then helping the pain and all that. Well, that was probably one of the most painful days I'd had in the last few weeks.
Yeah.
And I had to, chug through it without any pain meds.
Yeah.
And that was a hard day.
You were miserable.
I was in so much pain. It's so miserable. And I'm not gonna lie. I straight up broke down and cried that day. I was in so much pain.
I remember. I was there.
And it's like I was useless. It was just me sitting there on the couch. I couldn't move, couldn't do anything. Mm-hmm. And, the next day, it was like I woke up, I was like, nope, double shot. I'm taking my Aleve, getting back on my pain meds, and
yeah.
I am on a regimen right now, but
not anything crazy.
Yeah, it's like I got to take my symbicort here, I got to take my tessalon here, I got to take my Aleve here. But right now, after a week of that treatment, my cough is much improved compared to where it was last week, especially from the week before that.
Yeah.
My pain is finally being managed. I'm not in agony. When I do cough, it's not crippling my ribs or I'm not getting that overall muscle pain and
we had tried, you had an idea of using kinesio tape to kind of help with the cough, because before you were like having to hold your ribs together basically anytime you coughed because it hurt when you coughed. So
we found out that you can't wrap, like when you have a cracked rib or something, you can't wrap your chest.
Because it can lead to short breathing, like short breaths,
like you have to take like deep breaths, and if you like the shallow breathing, if you can't inflate your lungs all the way, it can lead to pneumonia, or it could cause a deflated lung.
Yep. So you had an idea of using kinesiology tape to just kind of,
strap my rib side,
to have that counter pressure just on your side right there. And we're like, it's a great idea. Let's try that. So we ordered some on Amazon, and it wasn't like, name brand or anything. We got a cheap roll.
Tape is tape.
I disagree, but whatevs. I watched a YouTube video on how to apply this because neither of us have ever used this stuff in our lives.
We watched a few YouTube videos on how to apply it.
Well, yeah, but we'd never, used this stuff in our lives. So we put it on, and
it helped. It did.
It was good,
it severely reduced the pain in my sides, and it was much more comfortable. Like, if I did cough, I didn't have a lot of like recoil pain in my sides. Mm-hmm. It did help. It did exactly what we wanted it to do on my sides with my ribs.
Yes. So in that respect, it was good.
Yeah.
However,
it didn't like me.
Apparently. You got blisters on your chest.
Yeah.
Like actual blisters.
Yeah.
From the ends of it.
Yeah.
Not like the long edges. No, just the short ends where the tape stopped on your chest.
Yeah, like the cut sections of the tape. Yeah, on my chest. Only on my chest. And the straps went all the way from my middle of my chest, like halfway around my back.
Yeah. To just under your shoulder blade.
The side, but the edges on my back didn't have any sort of blister. Nothing. It was just the pieces in the areas on my chest.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So I had blistering.
It could be the way we applied it. It could be because the tessalon pearls caused a rash and the tape interacted with that. We don't know.
Yeah.
I put a piece of tape on and it didn't affect me at all, and I have the biggest skin reactions to like everything.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Yeah.
Fuck if I know.
Yeah. We tried a couple tests and both times the ends on my chest blistered up.
Yep.
So my chest is I kind of look like I've been mauled by something.
A little bit.
Because of the blisters.
But you know what? You haven't had 4 kids. I look like I've been mauled. Okay?
You've got one big scar that they just kept opening up.
Are you kidding me? Have you seen my stretch marks? I look like I was mauled by a bear.
The stretch marks are a whole other thing. I've got, the scratches and blisters, because they're like long blisters. It's not like little pop blisters. They're like long row blisters. And so they look like scratches and some of them that
well, we are recording this in the bedroom.
I'm not supposed to make those jokes, but you can.
Duh.
But yeah, there was a few of them that when we removed the tape, the blisters just popped off. And so I just had immediate open sores.
Yeah.
That, since scabbed over and everything, but so I've got these like little scabs. It's like looks like I was shot with a small handgun.
Or a BB gun, yeah.
We got just like all these little holes and little like long blister scabs and things on my chest. I was like, I look like I was like a extra in John Wick or something. I don't know what happened. Wow. God, that video so good.
For those of you who haven't seen it, please go online and search for John Wick, but all the gunshots are Owen Wilson saying wow. Yeah. It's gold. It's just
the
gold.
John Wick, Owen Wilson thing. That was hilarious. Wow.
It's fantastic.
I haven't seen John Wick other than this.
We watched it at work, like, of all places.
Because you guys do crafts and watch movies at work.
We do nothing, ever.
Yeah. So you're basically being paid at work to do nothing. So you being home for a week, it's about the same thing.
And getting paid.
It's about the same thing. You're probably more productive at home this last week.
Debatable. It did get pretty far in Skyrim, though.
Yeah. Because that's what nap time is for. That sucked for me, is the pain meds and the medication regimen and all that, but I've been in a level of pain where my sleep has gotten really screwed up.
Yeah.
I haven't been sleeping right at night. I haven't been able to sleep during the day so much. And we got me a new armrest pillow because I had, like, with all the medications and, like, I think the second break caused a fever and...
Yeah.
Yeah, I had those sort of, like, when you do break a bone, you get those sort of fevery symptoms. And so I had congestion and drainage, and so I couldn't lay flat at night. Never mind that laying flat hurt my ribs and my back and everything from all of the everything.
Yeah.
So I had to sit upright because the drainage, like down my throat and everything, would make me cough more, which would then hurt everything. So I had to sit upright. So he got me one of those you picked out. It was like the middle of the night when you ordered this thing too.
Yeah, I ordered it with the K-tape.
Yeah, with the tape, you ordered me a memory foam armchair pillow so that I could sit up.
I think it's really nice,
It
too.
is really
it's
nice.
Super comfortable.
It's heavy as hell.
It's very heavy, but it's super comfortable.
It is. And it's really nice, and I greatly appreciate it. And it helps me in bed, too, because I generally have to sit up.
Yeah.
I need to be kind of more upright when I sleep because of our mattress anyway, so it works to my benefit.
I love our bed.
Our bed still hurts my back, but at least right now, because I'm so doped up on pain meds overnight, it doesn't make a difference.
This is true.
It's like, hey, I'm already cruising on into leave high all day, so the mattress doesn't bug me when I get overnight.
It's kind of bad.
But
so that's been you for the past month.
Finally going back to work this week, though, so that's nice.
Yay. And also, boo. Yeah. That means that I have to go back to work, too.
You have to go back to work, too.
Boo.
Yeah, but we're like a week. So last week you had a short week because you worked a few days and you came on to help. Stayed home to help me. This week you had kind of a partial week because you've been staying home with me. Mm-hmm. Next week you are off Friday.
No.
Is that next week or
That's the week after, but next week we do have a potluck on Friday, so I'm kind of not working on Friday anyway, so
yeah.
There's that.
I've been sick and out of work so much, I've lost complete track of the day. I don't know what day.
Today is the 11th.
If it weren't for the fact that I had to, that this morning the boys went to school later, I wouldn't know it's Monday.
This is true. It's Monday. Speaking of the boys, they've been okay. For the most part. My poor baby Bug. We took him to the pediatrician for his 4-year appointment. And he was very, very mad at me after because as he told me, Mommy, I did not want to get shot.
I don't think anybody wants to get shot.
I don't think anybody wants to get shot, but he did get 2 shots at the appointment and he was very mad at me about that. But he's good. Sammy's good. Charlie is still being a little shit.
Yeah. Sammy's talking more he's had a couple of little, developmental steps, which are fun.
Yeah, I mean, he is like building actual sentences now.
Yeah, he's putting at least like 2 and 3 word
sometimes 4. Together.
Yeah, but he's putting, complete, even if they're short thoughts, he's putting complete thoughts together to communicate.
And he's doing a lot more parroting. Like, if you say something, he'll try to mimic whatever you said. Like earlier, I was yelling at the boys, and I was like, boys, get ready for bed. And he was like, it is bed.
Yeah, he's always done that. He's always such a brat. He's like copying us, but it's usually copying us yelling at the other boys.
Yeah. But, he's good. He's funny. Yeah. Charlie's still just being a little shit. The contract that we made is all but out the window because he has yet to. Yeah,
he had a
good streak going.
He had a good streak going, and then he had a bad couple of days and has yet to recover from it.
Yeah, he's still just doesn't care.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to do with him. I see boarding school in his future. But
that the one where they just, strap them to a board?
Or just, beat them with boards. I don't know.
Boards. One of those. I don't know.
One of those.
Gotta go through the pamphlets.
But, yeah. Damien's good. He loves to tattle on Charlie.
Oh, yeah.
To make sure that Charlie is getting in trouble.
So does Bug. Bug and Damien both love tattling on Charlie.
I keep telling Charlie, don't give them something to tattle on.
Yeah.
Just behave.
Because then it turns really into him getting in trouble for beating up on his brothers for tattling.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you just made your situation worse.
Yeah. But
you were in trouble for a minor thing. Now you're in trouble for beating up your brothers. Which of these things, like, oh, you were watching TV when you weren't supposed to. Which of these is worse? Watching TV or beating up your brother? Which one's going to have the worst punishment?
Yeah. But, yeah, what do you do?
Yeah, I don't know at this point. Board school.
But, yeah. And, I mean, I've been good. I'm super happy. This year has been pretty good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, aside from, like, deaths in the family.
Yeah.
Fish deaths, which we had another one today.
Another fish death.
Very sad.
To you.
I like my fish.
I understand you like the fish. I couldn't give two shits about the fish.
They're pretty. I've had a good year.
Yeah. Overall, we've had a good year. Minus this last month of me just being, like, half dead. It's been a good year for us.
Yeah. I mean, we paid off, like, $15,000 in debt.
Yeah.
Granted, we racked up a little bit more because you've been out of work.
Yeah, that's been a problem.
But, we paid off, like, $15,000 in debt. We paid off the van as part of that. I got accepted to ASU this year, took 7 classes towards my degree. All of them I passed with an A. We won't talk about my transfer GPA.
Yeah, let's not.
But
pay no attention to the GPA that existed before ASU.
It's awful. Just have to have a 3.0 to get into my master's. What else? I had some other stuff. I got a promotion. I got a good raise.
Yeah. Which has basically been how we've managed to stay, heads above water while I've been out.
Yeah. So, I mean, the cinnamon brooms were good to us this year.
Yes.
They absolutely were. Hopefully this year's batch is just as good.
Yeah.
We need it.
Yeah.
But what was really funny was the other night placing our Amazon order for the Christmas gifts.
Yeah.
Because
seeing it all in one bundle number and it's like
yeah, it was rough. The cough is better, y'all. But seeing that number was not fun. We placed our big Amazon order and like 8 things came in today. We've got like 8 things coming in tomorrow.
Yeah, it's all split up over. We had like 3 big deliveries and then 1 thing that was kind of back ordered, so that's not going to come in until next week or the week
Actually,
after.
It's restocked. It's coming Wednesday.
Oh, it's going to be okay. Yeah, because I remember it was like originally it was like, we won't have it back in stock until the 18th, and then it will deliver and you'll get it like. We were supposed to have it like the week before Christmas.
Yeah. And kind of the thing that we do, like I think we talked about it last year for the holidays, is with the boys, we do a system of 4 gifts for each. I had to like do the little rhyme in my head. And it's one thing they want, one thing they need, something to wear, and something to read.
Yeah.
And so we did that with all of them. And, my stepmom and my dad always pitch in and get them something too off of their Amazon wish list that I built. So that's what we order off of. It makes it super easy.
Yeah.
And, when you have multiple children, as we do, getting gifts from multiple people, like we do, it just kind of...
It gets a little tricky.
It does. Well, and it keeps it fair for everybody. And then you don't have to go and, like, splurge on iPads for everybody. And,
oh, no, forget that.
Like, one, we wouldn't do that anyway.
Yeah.
But... two, it's, you always get them something to read. Get them books, because books are a good thing for children.
Yeah.
Get them something to wear. Yes, it kind of sucks getting socks, but you know what? You need socks. So shut up. Here's some socks.
Yeah, exactly. I can use socks every year.
That's usually what we get you.
Yeah.
It's something they need. Like, well, this has been something that we've been, putting off for a while. Last year it was their beds, so they got beds.
Mm-hmm.
It's stuff like that. And it makes for them getting at least 4 gifts each, all kind of in the same level. Yeah. And it just keeps everything fair and easy.
Why did he get an iPad and I got shorts?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like you both got a toy and a book and
pants.
And pants. And,
Yeah. And then we do kind of do, like, the group gift. Like, this is for the boys as a general. So we have those. Those came in. I think this year will be a good year. As far as, presents go.
Yeah.
The only thing that we got us was a sheet set. And it wasn't even, like, a really good sheet set. It was just, like, the cheapest jersey sheets that we could find.
Yeah. Because we didn't have a lot of, like, we have a couple pairs of, like, sets of sheets for the bed and a couple of comforters, but, like, we have one set that...
It doesn't slip off.
The material, we had, like, one set that fits and stays on because it's, I think, they're jersey material, too, right?
Yeah.
And so they grab on and they're great, but they're a little itchy.
Yeah.
They're a little itchy.
It's old.
And then we have the other set that are really comfortable and nice and everything, but they're super slick and they slide off the corners. And they don't. And pretty much every other night, if not every night, we're having to go back and, reattach the sheets on one side of the bed or the other.
And I hate doing that. So we got a new set of sheets. Let me say that correctly.
Yeah. But, yeah.
And we kind of always do, like, a us gift.
A lot of the time it's been, like, cookware stuff. It'd be, like, new pots and pans, new dishes.
Yeah. Things
like that. And we were going to do that, and we were looking at... We were going to get... Because I've talked about getting cast iron cookware for a while. And you even had it ready to go. It was in the cart ready to order. I was like, but as much as I'd like to have cast iron cookware, 1, it's expensive. And 2... Right now, I don't think we would use it to justify the cost.
Yeah. It was like $150 for the set. So
yeah. It was a nice set of good cast iron, but like I can't justify spending that money right now. I can think of 2 or 3 things that I could use cast iron for, and I'm probably not going to use them right now.
Yeah. So, fair point, and that got taken off.
Yeah. Which then meant there was more stuff we could buy for the boys, really.
And it totally opens up money for you to get me a puppy.
I'm not getting you a puppy.
So now that you've said that to the world, I just want to put on record that you are the meanest person ever.
I'm pretty sure
literally
I've said
all I have asked for is a puppy.
I'm pretty sure I've said multiple times on the show that I'm not getting you a puppy.
Y'all hear this. The only thing I'm asking for is a puppy, and he's telling me no because he's a jerk.
I have established we're not getting any more mammals.
So if any of y'all want to send me a puppy, because if it's a gift, he can't tell me no.
Apparently that's a rule. I have established we're not getting any more mammals until the ones we have are gone.
I don't care what you say. I'm getting a puppy.
I am not subjecting Emmett in his senior years to a puppy.
He needs a puppy.
He does not need a puppy.
He needs a puppy. It'll keep him young.
He's 10 years old.
I'm aware.
He is old. Let him be old. Let him
He can impart his wisdom to this cute little puppy and be like a whole shadow chance relationship.
No.
Yes.
We should get a shadow chance relationship.
We should get a chance. He was so cute.
We're not doing that to Emmett.
Can we get another boxer?
We're going to give Emmett a heart attack. We can get another boxer after Emmett's gone.
No. Oh, now.
I understand you wanted a puppy now. We're not getting one.
Sammy learned that word too. Now.
No, yeah.
And it's really funny. Like, it's kind of fucked up because he'll, like, when he's in his high chair or whatever, and when he wants down, Daddy, help me now.
Yeah. It's like, excuse you. Please.
Please.
Yeah. And that's the other, he gets really cheesy with his please.
He does. He, like, draws it out.
Please. And then you just have to give in. You don't have a choice at that point.
Because he's so cute.
Yeah. He just, yeah. Can't say much. So. I'm so itchy right now because of these.
Stop scratching.
I've just.
You're going to open up the ones that aren't busted yet.
I know. Just all these little tape blisters on my chest are so itchy.
Well, y'all, we just wanted to give you an update kind of on what we've been going through. I have the beginnings of a migraine. Because, my life.
It's been a while since you've really had a major migraine flare-up, though.
Yeah, I mean, they don't hit as bad as they used to now that I'm on the thyroid meds. But when I get them, they're just there and annoying, and, like, it's that...
Yeah.
I hate it.
You chose to do a show on a migraine night.
No, I know, but it's been a while, and we needed to do an update because I don't know when we're going to get to do a show again.
And to be fair, you have been wanting to do a show for like the last month. Since the last show, you've been kind of bugging me for a few weeks now, and I've just been too sick.
Yeah.
It was like, I'm too sick. I was like, I can't not cough at the time. I was like, I can't not cough for more than 5 minutes. Like, I'm half dead right now. I was like, I can't sit down and do this.
Yeah.
And that's also a big part of why we moved into the bedroom tonight. Also because I wanted to see if we sound better without all of the living room noise, because that annoys me from a producer perspective.
Whatever. I'm just the talent. I don't care.
On the back end perspective of trying to erase the sounds of an aquarium and you deciding to turn the fan on in the middle of the recording really makes my job difficult.
It gets warm in there.
Yeah. So in here, it's nicer in here. And then I don't have to set up all the equipment in the living room, which is great. But this is fun. And I think this works.
Sure.
Yeah. And you get to wear my giant headphones.
They take up my entire head. I can feel, like, my jaw moves them whenever I talk. They're gigantic.
Yeah.
These are covering my entire head.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you your own set of giant headphones now.
I don't need giant headphones. My headphones are perfectly fine. They actually just cover my ears.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure these don't even cover your ears, but this is covering, like, my whole face.
I don't have big ears. They just stick out a lot.
Debatable.
My dad has giant ears. My grandfather had giant, like, Dumbo ears. I don't have big ears. They just stick out.
Well, you have gigantic headphones.
And I have gigantic hair to cover up my ears. That's it. That's the trick. That's why I've got long hair, to cover up my ears.
Yes.
For those of you who didn't know that already, I've got really long hair.
It's very long. It's like to the middle of your back.
Yeah, I'm kind of a hippie that way. But, dear, any final thoughts before we wrap things up this week?
I was hoping you would ask. I've decided that because I used to always say no to this question, I'm now going to end with one of my amazing jokes.
Oh, God. I'm sorry I asked everybody out there.
Hey, babe.
Oh, no.
What's a shark's favorite lunch?
Oh, my God.
Fish and chips.
Oh. Worse. I need a sound effect for that.
Yes, applause, laughter.
Where's that Price is Right? Dun, 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 dun. I need that. I need that sound right there.
Rude. My jokes are gold. There will be a new one every time.
Yep.
Finger guns included.
Oh, she just gave me finger guns. The slide was
rude.
All right, dear. Well,
fish and chips.
What's really bad is she thinks this is a good joke.
It's so funny.
She genuinely believes it's a good joke.
It's the best joke ever.
Bless her heart.
Oh, it's my favorite.
Oh, I'm sure you've got more favorites than that, but...
That one's like my go-to.
Yeah, that is your go-to. All right. I apologize for that attempt at humor.
Hey. I'm funny AF.
I need to come up with another something for AF that more accurately measures what possibly could mean for her. But...
So look forward to that on the next episode.
But... Spiel time! I just had that flash, the YouTube guy. Story time! Spiel time! If you want to check out all of our past craziness,
I'm sorry, there aren't any good jokes on those.
We are just the jokes. Anyway, you can find all of the past episodes at whatever.
It was on and at
the same time.
On it.
At momanddadcuss.blogspot.com. You can email us any funny little feedback
tell me how amazing my joke was
at momanddadcuss.gmail.com or on Facebook
it's actually momanddadcuss@gmail.com.
Yeah, I do that. I just dots, ats, whatever. It's Gmail. You know how email works.
If you don't, are you even like...
You're listening to a podcast. You got to know how email works. And
isn't it like mostly millennials that podcast? So if you don't know how to email...
Believe it or not, it's actually like middle, like just out of Gen Xers, really.
Oh, I had to teach my parents how to email. So,
yeah.
All right.
We're actually quite young for podcasters, believe it or not.
You're not.
Nah. But, of course, we're on Facebook at Mom and Dad Cuss. And that's probably the best way to reach out to us because, Facebook, because we are
millennials. I am.
We're at the same time apparently old enough like that to use Facebook. But, yeah, reach out to us on Facebook. Lots of stuff. If you've got funny, silly, weird, parenty stuff, or just want to say, hey, you can reach out to us there. That's easily the best way to find us. But I think that's all. That's probably everything. If you're awesome, you can subscribe to the show on Apple Podcast or Google Play or Stitcher or wherever it is you subscribe. Or if you've got like an Amazon Alexa or something, you can subscribe there too. It's really cool. But anyway, if you're really awesome, leave us a review because we want to hear from you. Just 'cause. What do you think? Do you like Rihanna's joke?
Everybody does. Come on now.
Yeah. And hey, That should be it. We'll just run a contest, leave reviews, and tell us in the review if you like the joke or not, and we'll like pick somebody out, like give them a T-shirt or something. Yeah.
Yeah, except you would pick the one guy that's like, oh, that joke was so stupid. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. You're the talent. I'll let you pick the... Anyway. Yeah. Let us know on the Facebook page. Do you like Rihanna's joke? Yes or no?
This is what marriage is like.
Yeah. This is what real marriage is like. Stepford wives can suck it.
I'm sure they do.
I'm sure they do. That's what Stepford wives are for. Anyway. I think that the spiel is over.
Okay.
So that's... Scripts are overrated. So overrated. Alright. But if you don't have any more jokes to tell, I guess
I could. If
I know you could. Put a microphone in your hand and you suddenly think you're
Dave Chappelle. Wow. Huh.
That's where you went with it.
That's where I went with it.
I was going to say Bobcat Goldthwait, but that's no better. Yeah.
Interesting.
That was a Freudian slip or something. I don't know.
All right, y'all.
I've been Adam.
No, I've been Adam. No, I'm Rihanna. Most of the time.
And this is Getting Nuts. Okay.
I think that might be like copyright infringement.
I don't think they can say that.
Whatever.
But
till next time.
Good night, everybody.